Hi, everybody. This is Mike. Today, I have one of our customers from Sweden in, Patrick from Caldic. Patrick, thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you for having me.
So today, we just want to kind of talk to you about what you guys are seeing. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about Caldic, how long you guys have been around, and kind of what you do.
Yep. So Caldic is a company founded a bit more than 50 years ago. It was actually based in Holland, in Rotterdam. And the business were actually started on chemicals back in the days. Okay. But throughout the decades, the previous owner wanted to come into the food business. So he acquired a lot of food companies throughout the years. And today, the food business part is actually representing more than 50% of the entire business. So it's a globally company. I mean, we have, as I said, our head office in Rotterdam. We're based in Sweden, okay. So that's where I'm located on a daily basis. Yeah. We do have offices all over Scandinavia and the different countries there. And from our, I would say, zoom into Malmö in Sweden, where we're based, we have our own production of marzipan, so almond paste on the Scandinavian traditional way. Mm-hmm. Just add some glucose and some water and a bit of powdered sugar.
Yeah, everybody loves sugar.
It's we do as well, not as much as in the States, but
for sure.
But we also do have invented a marzipan without any added sugar.
Oh,
which
cool!
Is really
is that new?
That's actually 5 years ago we started to launch that product, and it's been going very well in several countries in Scandinavia.
So more of a health conscious type deal.
I mean, the trend is also looking at more products with either lower sugar or no added sugar. Right. So we saw a big trend on that, and that's been going very well. And otherwise, we have in our production facility we have 11 repacking lines where we repack for our retail and food service customers. Good. More than 80% of what we're doing is in private label. Okay. And we work with all the major retail and food service chains in Scandinavia. Okay. And we repack a lot of different nuts besides almonds. Right. We also do walnuts, hazelnuts as some of the biggest, and we also do dried fruit, seeds and kernels. So that's about in a nutshell of us.
So I think this is a great opportunity to get a little bit of insight into what you're seeing out of some of your businesses. So maybe we could start in that retail kind of segment of your business. COVID, so 2020, sounds like retail business was good, right?
Yeah, we had a great year. All of our customers had a great year, and we did as well. We had some really nice volumes going into the market, and we were also seeing that our customers had a very good sales on the shelves as well.
So inventory is moving through.
Yes.
Okay, bring us now into 21. What are you seeing now?
2021 was a bit more, I would say, troubled year. Of course, there was also some supply chain issues, but I mean, from the retailer's perspective, it also had an effect with still the COVID that still had an impact on the retail. We were still seeing some, I would say, okay volumes going into the market, but overall, now that we also supply food service, that was also hurting a lot. Right. So we also saw customers that were closed. We had we also do a lot of business for the border shops close by. I mean, between Denmark and Germany, that was entirely closed. Of course, people were not able to go across the borders at that time. Right. So that also impacted the volumes for sure. So
retail now is maybe transitioning a little bit, right? From maybe a COVID scenario where there was a lot of sell-through, right? So a lot of inventory moving through to now a period where maybe less volume moving through retail. Would that be right? And more volume moving through food service, right?
Yeah.
So kind of makes sense a little.
I agree. Yeah. The first 5 months of this year has been amazing on the food service side. We've seen a massive increase, but it's not the same volumes as we see in the retail. So now that everybody has been able now to get out, and we're not a big, I would say, nation of dining out as in the States. But
weather's not as good, but it's okay.
I mean, we still do have the 2 best restaurants in the world in Copenhagen and Denmark. So
didn't know that.
We know, but now you know. So I mean, but the first 5 months really show that everybody just needs to get out, go to restaurants, go to concerts, go out traveling, spend your money on what we call service products.
Right.
And that made a shift in the volumes because people were not home making the home baking with the nuts, no home snacking. And that has really made a change, I would say, the first 5 months.
So your projection then kind of going to the end of your 21 year, maybe volume will be lower for you, potentially. I mean, we still don't quite know, right? I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty going forward, but
there is.
But you would.
I mean, again, nuts and especially almonds is very popular products for Scandinavians. We're a very health conscious nation.
Right.
We eat almonds both in the morning with our cereals. We do a lot of snacking on the go as well. And a lot is actually natural nuts because we are having that focus on being healthy.
Right.
So there is still a huge focus on eating the nuts, but we do see that it's not been the same amount that's been used. And that's what we hear from the retailers as well, that their inventory from Christmas has been moving into Q1 a lot more than what they expected. And that has really triggered what we now also see with our volumes, that it has been lower than what we have estimated. And now with inflation going on, people having less money in their pocket.
Yeah, need to make decisions, right? I mean, people are going to be voting with their dollars. People are going to be, their dollars aren't going to go as far as they once did.
No.
Right? I mean, and you know, from our perspective, right, from a grower supplier perspective, almonds are adjusted for inflation, right? Probably the lowest they've ever been, right? So they're a value today.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be the question I think we continue to get asked is, you know, why aren't almonds moving faster, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're the cheapest thing on the shelf.
I think my my biggest job would be, since I'm also doing a lot of business at Celtic with the retailers, and I think the biggest key for me right now is to tell a lot of the retailers to bring that message out to the consumers that almonds is a very, very cheap product and very valuable product.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of putting that message out to the consumers, because if a traditional consumer go into the supermarket today, they will see how expensive bread has become, eggs. I mean, everything on the shelf is expensive. So even though they look at the price on the almonds, it will still be, in their mentality, it's still expensive, even though the price doesn't reflect that. It's a matter of mindset. So I think it's very important that our customers are a lot better to really bring that message to the customers.
So we need to be promoting, actually, probably more so, we need to be promoting the value it is economically, but nutritionally as well, right? I mean,
I agree.
Almonds are a great source of protein, right? And probably relatively inexpensive source of protein. So probably, you know, Almond Board, if you're listening to this, right, probably should be doing...
Funny you're saying that, because we were actually yesterday at Almond Board of California to have that meeting.
Good.
To really discuss Scandinavia as a region as well.
Right.
To be more proactive on that matter, both on the science and research that has been done, but really getting that message out to the consumers in Scandinavia. And we really need that push to make the consumers make the right choice when they get into the supermarket. They will know before they get in that we need to have almonds either way. I mean,
it should be a part of what you're buying, right?
Yeah.
It should be a part of that basket of goods. Yeah. A lot of our growers have been saying, look, there's going to be a food shortages or flour shortages, things like that. And really, you know, will almonds step in and fill that gap? Now, maybe from the conversation we're having, it's about maybe there's still a lack of awareness actually from the consumer that almonds are a good alternative.
Yeah, I fully agree on that. And I think it's also important to really, I mean, push even more, especially in a country like Denmark, where we've had a luxury tax on nuts for, I think, more than 70 or 80 years in total. And that taxation was removed.
I remember that recently.
Yeah, January 1st last year.
Yeah.
So, and that was, we were talking about $4 a kilo, just taxation on almonds.
Oh, wow.
So it's not, I mean, a small amount.
Yeah, substantial.
Exactly. So you could imagine what the potential is now, both in other applications. I mean, find new application where you can use the almonds in. Yeah. And that's, of course, our job to push that in with our industry customers, but also for the retailers to not skim the milk on the price. I mean, with the taxation to really.
Yeah, we need the money over here.
Exactly.
Okay, we need the money over here.
I understand. I fully understand your message there. But I mean, a lot of the retailers in Scandinavia and especially in Denmark need to also promote on the price.
Sure.
That almonds are a very good product and a good source of protein for 100%. A lot of the consumers.
100%.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add? Any message you want to give out?
I hope that we will see a lot more volumes going to Scandinavia, not just the coming months, but the coming years. I think there's a huge opportunity in Scandinavia. It's such a health-conscious nation, and I will just hope that we can get a lot more almonds in more applications, and we can make a lot of more innovative products with almonds in it. So
you and me both. Let's get the Almond board working on it.
We'll hope for that.
Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
Yep.